Hi, my name is Alexandria Tucker, and I just went and saw the American Idiot play, which was performed at Chico State. This is my response to it. Part 1, going into the play I was a little bit skeptical because I didn't know if I would like it or not, knowing that I've seen earlier clips and snippets of it and then comparing it. But honestly, after watching it, I was really psyched with how much I liked it. They got into the nitty-gritty of comparing our lives and our political standing into the play and relating the two into this past experience that they faced with President Bush. And they did this by starting out the play on their cell phones, which really struck me as something that this is something we do all the time. And it was almost sickening to watch. And also with the political standing, they had Trump signs and Trump posters with their protests that they had within the play. And it was, this play was just rebellious to begin with the sex scenes, the swear words, the drinking, the rock music, the clothes, the hair, the makeup, you name it, all of it was rebellious. And it truly showed what it would be like for this minority of people, to how they would live, and then also how this youth, which is us, our voices aren't always heard and represented. So this play really digs into that. And they dealt with topics that were super refreshing, that you wouldn't normally want to talk about with your friends. And they went into topics like relationships, but also getting pregnant while you're in a relationship, or you're finding yourself and your political standing within society. This rebellious attitude keeps coming up again and again throughout the play, that in each and every topic it was dug into a little bit more, and everyone's personal agenda had something rebellious in it, and or through what they were wearing with their crazy hairstyles, or just wearing a simplistic jean and a t-shirt, but their attitudes really express this rebellious idea. And showing these extremes on the play really made it seem as though anyone could really be on that stage. Going into part 2, talking about the music of the play. Green Day wrote a lot of the songs that were in this play, all of them, in fact, actually. The play itself and the songs both can come across seeming maybe patriotic, but I think deep down they are just making fun of this patriotic idea. They're making fun of the idea of an American idiot. And they did this by showing how you can be blinded by what your American dream is and what you think America really is standing for. The characters really came through how they didn't want to be socialized this way, and through singing all the songs that Green Day wrote, they really talked about this blinded, socialized idea that we all take part in day to day. One of the scenes that really struck me was when Tunney was singing about how he wanted to go off to war and he was all excited, but he ended up coming back and then being crippled the rest of his life for this American idiot dream, as they were calling it. So this bright, shiny mirage that we see as the American dream, as America itself, isn't always the case. And the songs that were wrote for the play really stuck to this idea that, yes, we are patriotic, but deep down it's just a mirage. It's not really all that's there. Three, I really felt as though I could relate to most of the characters that were in the play. They were all teenagers, they're all trying to find themselves, and they're going through this turmoil with their political ideology and how they want to be perceived within the world. This is something that we're going through right now. We don't know how we feel about the current government, we don't know how we feel about ourselves. We're in college, we're trying to find ourselves. There's just a bunch of turmoil that's going on. And both of those, today, back then, in the play, they're all related. We're all on this road to discovery, finding ourselves, finding our political voice, and our standing. And I feel as though this was really done well in the play, and all the characters were able to fully come to their standing of themselves and where they wanted to be within society. And what they wanted to stand for in society. I feel that that's something I'm trying to find, where I want to be in society, what I want to do when I grow up, and the person I want to become. For the last prompt, while I was listening to the music in the play, I was thinking how relatable all these songs are to our current lives and this time period that we're in. So, showing that they really aren't outdated. Back then, people were upset with George W. Bush, now we're upset with Trump. It's all the same. All these songs have the same effect, history repeating itself once more. The plot of the play dealt with finding yourself in a piece of identity that you want to take within the world, within your political standing. The songs kept this same tone and the rebellious nature that we all have in our current lives that we take part in. Some of the songs dealt with breakups, getting pregnant, dealing with growing up, moving up, becoming yourself, drug addictions, you name it. It's all the same back then as it is now. And those songs are relatable. And showing that even though they were written a long time ago, they still have the same impact on each of our lives. We're still fed up with the current government. We still want things to be different. We want to rebel. We want to change things. And all of Green Day's songs are similar in that sense of how we feel now. This all clearly shows that even though it was written in 2004, so long ago, it is still relatable to our lives and um, is not different by any means, and that it's a similar arrangement to what we're facing in today's society.